And I will drop the Book of the Month Club.
What about my drum set?
Family, everything's going to be all right. There's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Take that stuff up there. Hey, you want to trust? Watch those plants. That's not so true. Take it easy over there. Watch those roots on that thing. Hey, those roots go up next, too. Okay?
Stop it!
Oh, Mrs. Harper. That goes next.
What in God's name do you think you're doing?
You got a notice, Mrs. Harper?
Yes, I sent you a check.
Bouncy, bouncy. That's naughty, Mrs. Harper. Hey, watch those plants. Watch that stuff. Get it up over there.
Look, I'll give you another check.
2 checks bounced already, Mrs. Harper. Your mother may have carried you for 9 months, but we're only going to carry you for 2. Clear that bank off.
Look, just because the bank made a mistake, there's no reason to come and dig up my tree.
Excuse me.
Not yours, ours. We put this stuff in, and now we're going to tear it out.
Watch it.
If you don't want to lose your shirt, don't put it on the cuff.
You're using Gestapo tactics.
It's impossible. I'm Jewish. Hey, watch those plants over there. Now watch them roots.
That's right. I'd like you to take all of these bushes out, all of these trees, everything up there, every rotten weed in this whole garden, and this... Come here for a second. Would you please remove this tracheotomy or whatever it's called? This is not what we ordered, and I told you so a month ago. Oh, I can't believe this. I told them, you plant what we want, or I'm going to make you take it all back.
What a ripoff.
That's right. Roll up the lawn. I don't like the lawn either. AstroTurf has more life than this stuff. You will never work in this neighborhood again, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Gee, Mom, you're terrific.
You think so, kid? What do you want?
I want the plants inside.
Listen, you step 1 foot in this house, I'm going to call the police.
I still want the plants.
Pretty grim, huh?
What are we going to tell Dad when he comes home?
Well, are you going to tell me how bad things are? Or are you just going to wait for the roof to fall in on my head?
Well, it really isn't as bad as it looks.
Nothing is as bad as this looks. Dick, we don't have any income and we don't have any assets.
What do you mean we don't have any assets?
Well, other than the sun in the morning and the moon at night.
We got this house.
We owe $77,000 on this house, Dick, and if you were going to die right now, how would I pay it off?
It'd come out of the insurance.
We don't have any insurance. You borrowed against it.
Oh, right. Look, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to die tonight.
I don't know. The night is young.
Well, it's comforting to know that when things really get tough, I'll have you standing behind me with an ice pick in your hand.
You've been leading a secret life for these last years. I mean, what, for example? What are unsecured municipal debentures?
I don't know. I gambled on a few things first and I lost. I'm sorry.
You lost. What about me? I gambled and lost, and I didn't even get a chance to play. I didn't even watch.
Excuse me, but I thought that your interest in economics was limited to the spending part.
Well, I always thought of you as a responsible aerospace executive. Who would have known you were the typhoid Mary of high finance?
Oh, if I'd have consulted you, there wouldn't have been a recession. I wouldn't have lost my job. If you think you could do things better, take over.
It would be hard to do it any worse.
Go ahead. Be my guest. It's all yours.
My very thought. And my first act as director of family economics is to put you on an allowance.
On a what?
What kind of a lunatic spends $1,000 on lunch when he's out of a job and deeply in debt?
The kind that knows that you can't get a job if you look like a loser.
If I was Diners Club, I'd have your stomach bronzed and put in the Hall of Fame. Point number 2. Your job for the moment is to get on the food stamp program, to look for work in your field.
Excuse me. Why don't I get a job? Like a busboy or a waiter? I mean, if we're not too proud to go on welfare.
We can't afford it.
Can't afford it?
That's right. You can earn more money on unemployment than you could in any of those jobs. My job is to get a job.
You're going to get a job?
Yes, incredible as it may seem.
May I ask, no offense, Merchant, what do you think you're qualified to do? Secretary of the Treasury seems to be filled at the moment.
There must be lots of things that I can do.
Oh, come on, Jen. You never worked a day in your life. You can't type and you can't take shorthand.
I'm a college graduate. Reasonably intelligent, not altogether unattractive.
Yes, but will you be happy being a hooker?
Interesting that the only two jobs you consider me qualified for are secretary and hooker.
You're not qualified to be a secretary.